Hey, yo, welcome back. All right, let's go ahead and dive in and see what Divine Holy Spirit has for the collective. The cards are all upright and in order, but with major arcana and through each element. I hope y'all are doing well. Thank you for being here. Ooh, Holy Spirit of the highest white light consciousness, what do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to know and be made aware of at this time? I heard criminalized, but then I saw like a generic like front page cover of a newspaper, like a folded newspaper. I'm hearing hear ye, hear ye. So there's information surrounding getting the news out or getting the word out is how I symbolize this. What else, Spirit? So we have the Six of Pentacles revealing itself in the pre-shuffle. So there's some news, y'all. This could have something to do with, I hear separation anxiety. This could have to do with, oh, wait a minute, y'all. Wait a second. Spirit, what was all of that just now? What just happened? So this is a panic state. Someone's in a panic state. It's almost as if they wish they could recall or stop this information from coming out. But that's the panic state that they're in, because I feel like with the Six of Pentacles showing itself, it has to do with them coming up off of something or giving up something, but that means that they were taking more than they should have. That's the generic meaning of the Six of Pentacles, having to do with finances or whatever it is that someone finds value of or to. They were taking more than they should, but it was behind someone's back is the sentiment, because the anxiety of it is like they don't want this news to reach you. But it's like they can't stop it, because I'm looking at the front page of a newspaper, like that's a huge story, you know, if it's like to be determined in that sort of sentiment, like, you know, this isn't like an average story that they could just kind of tuck in the, you know, the other sections of the paper. This is on their front page. So it's very much newsworthy and something that's, I hear it's going to cause quite the buzz. So it's going to have people talking for some time. This isn't one of those stories that, you know, people are just going to, this is like coffee table energy. This is like water cooler at work energy. Like everybody's going to be talking about this. Everybody and their mama is what I'm hearing. Yeah, so that means it's going to reach many, I hear effects. So the effects of this are going to ripple into communities, into, I'm hearing clauses. A clause is something like a a clause. Okay, so it's that much newsworthy that it's going to put things in a proper perspective, meaning there's going to be a clause written or mentioned in the future in accordance to whatever this is. So this is pretty serious, y'all. I knew that with the image of the newspaper front page that I saw. So okay, let's get into whatever this is, because we're gonna be the first to know. Maybe not, maybe other channelers have mentioned this or readers, but I don't know. Let's go, y'all. I don't know what this is, so let's see what it is. Okay, we got cards flipping out in the deck. I heard discovery just now, so this has been something that's been happening for some time. Ooh, no wonder we have the Magician at the bottom of the deck. Oh, okay, so definitely illusions have been set. So this is why it escaped a lot of people, maybe. Like it was one of those things where it's right under your nose, but because of the illusions, it's like you don't see it, because it's not meant for you to see. It's meant to be, you know, something that's kind of looked over, like nobody noticed sort of energy or paid attention to it because of the illusions that have been cast. That could be anything, right, y'all? That could be any way in this way of life that we live. So, ooh, okay, so discovery is coming back up, y'all. So this is, okay, so I know I felt like I was talking about discovery and got, you know, moved into something else. But, you know, that word for me in the energy and the channeling just means that, you know, work has been done. I'm hearing cascade. So there's been like an effect of pulling together resources or understandings, or like a collective of people or energies just saying, hold up, something's not right about this. So that's been going on because I'm hearing momentum now. So that's been happening, but we're getting now to where it's about to be a big cover story, and people are going to be like, it's I heard a coffee table talk and water cooler energy. Like, people are going to be buzzing about this. So thank you, Spirit, for that. Let's get into exactly what this is. So anything else about the Magician? I heard hardcore just now. Hardcore, y'all. That means there's no letting up on whatever this is. It's like full steam ahead, full throttle, like hardcore, meaning it's going to hit people. I heard like a gut punch. So that's almost like knocking the wind out of somebody. Like, it's going to be that captivating of news energy. Y'all, I don't know if it's my ego wanting to kick in, or if it's just, like, duh, like everybody knows, but people don't believe. I don't know if this has to do with extraterrestrials or not, because, of course I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm being reminded now that I had a dream about a piece of moldavite, and I do wear a piece of moldavite on me at all times. Not all times, but especially during channelings. I have it on me like now. But I had a dream about a big old piece of it, like a cluster of it. And I was able to say, oh, that looks like, in my dream. I don't know what that had to do with anything, because I can't remember like the connections to that, but I remember that aspect of it. But anyway, I wouldn't be surprised if this has to do with finally people like, oh my God, that's the energy. That's the energy. And y'all, right before I got on video, I have a window right here. If some of y'all don't know that, but I look out of the window a lot when I'm channeling. But the sky is so beautiful and blue. I just happened to see like a big white cloud. It was one that just caught me, because it's like right, not even over me, but it's like, it seems like it's close. I was like, that's interesting, because, stuff like that sticks out to me. So I was thinking about how they say the motherships or the spacecrafts, they mask themselves as clouds. So I was like, that kind of looks like a mushroom now that I think about it, so I'm going through that before I even clicked on the video. So yeah, here we are. I don't know. Anyway, like I said, I don't know if that was my ego kicking in, but I always ask that my ego not be a part of this. So here we go. All right, thank you for that, Spirit. So let's see what this 10 of Swords is. What's going on with this 10 of Swords? I heard judgment. I heard crucial and criticized with this 10 of Swords. So this 10 of Swords is a very painful ending. I mean, the painful ending for who, Spirit? What's going on with this? I'm getting like a manic scene, like a hospital. I'm seeing that panicky person again. Like, they don't want a story to come out. I'm seeing them because it's like the parking lot, or how they have like the emergency entry. I'm seeing that part on the outside, but I'm seeing it's busy. We got EMTs, we got the ambulance, well, the EMT workers. I don't know to call them workers, but I'm seeing them, be busy at where like this is a really busy like situation here. All right, I just got a reference of a bomb. So explosion, I don't know if that's a physical thing of maybe injuries of a bomb going off, and then, we have this energy surrounding this emergency room entryway outside where it's like really active. But then I have this person here, like they're anxiety ridden right now. Very panicky. All right, let me keep going, y'all. But the bomb energy could have to do with that cover story of the front page of the newspaper. Oh, well, I mean, I guess that could be connected, y'all. Yeah. All right. I don't know why I'm kind of getting jittery. I just got jittery all of a sudden, y'all. All right, so I am getting something surrounding like homemade bombs, some like a adolescent or somebody who's an adult but has an adolescent mind. like building something in a basement. But that seems to be like the scenario, right? Like they always go back to that person's home and the mom says, well, they spent a lot of time in the basement. Well, did you not know what they were doing in the basement? Well, now you do. Like, so okay. Let's see what's here, y'all. Let's see what's here. I'm hearing newsworthy and news story. Y'all had to breathe. Just, I don't know what's going on. Okay. Behind the Ten of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. I'm hearing a new life, like just welcome to a new way of living or doing things when I saw this Ace of Swords. Almost as if it's being declared that this is about to be like some sort of norm. So that feels like, y'all, this trigger warning, this might, this is going to be a sensitive reading. So if you don't, particularly care to hear about, tragedies across the country and the world, then please click off. But I'm getting this and I need to let y'all know what's happening. So you all notice how the school shootings just kind of took on a mind of its own. Like every time you turn around, it's another shooting somewhere. It's almost like clockwork energy. So that's when the new norm, like people are just becoming accustomed to this. Like that means like it's like really bad. But it's like copycat energy. But then again, is it copycat energy or is it planned? Like, you kind of have to, from a conspiracist mind, it's like, that's not a coincidence. That cannot be a coincidence. And they're not going to make me think that, oh, all of a sudden, and wouldn't you know it, no, it's like, who's next sort of energy. Like, who's next, right? Like, that's the temperature, you guys. So now I'm being brought back to the Magician card with the illusions. Like, this is, okay, there's the connection. This has been right up under our noses for so long. So I feel like with the coffee table talk and the water cooler, like, people are actually saying, oh, my God. That was what I said before. Oh, my God. Like, they can't believe it, whatever this is. So we can go ahead and factor in the newsworthiness of this and things abuzz in different communities. Like everybody and their mama is going to be affected by this, because I feel like what's coming out of this is awareness at this point. Like that's not a coincidence. Like that cannot be ruled a coincidence at this point. I'm hearing generalized. So generalized means that people, this is like going to be like a household, like something becomes a household name. Like this is going to be like a household energy. Like everybody's talking about it. All right, let me keep going, y'all. Behind look at all the swords. Behind the Ace of Swords, we have the Four of Swords reversed. So this is not a healthy combination, you guys. Look at the swords. This is definitely leading to demise energy here. Y'all, I'm jittery. I'm going in and out of jitteriness, if that's a word. I'm looking at the Magician right now, and, he has his right arm up, but that, but what is that? What is that in his hand? I never thought to stop and contemplate on that. But I'm hearing rulership, but then he has all of the four elements here, or, the card elements by way of the sword, the wand, the cup, the pentacle on the table. But what's actually in his hand? Rulership. I heard domineering, but the Magician, that would be it, wouldn't it? Wouldn't the Magician create illusions to stay on top of things? So politics just popped in the channeling. It wasn't there before, but here it is. All right, y'all, let me keep going. So we have the King of Pentacles reverse. I mean, okay, so this immediately told me about enterprises that are losing. So you see a lot of these places, these big box brand retailers that are closing stores. Like, you never thought that you would hear that a place like Walmart would be closing. Like, what? Like, who? You sure? Yeah. Me riding down like a road that, I was on my way to the beach and saying, oh, I'm going to stop by this Walmart and grab some flip-flops before I get there. Walmart's closed. I'm like, what? And it looked like they've been closed, like, wow, that's crazy. And I even heard somebody told me recently that Target stores are closing. Like, really? You mean Target? People who love to go there and just look, like, anyway. But this King of Pentacles reverse just led me to that energy that a lot of these businesses are losing. And not only that, but you have board members, you have presidents, you have whoever, treasurers, executives, all of these people are considered, they're going down with a sinking ship. So okay, Spirit, you brought me into this energy, so I need to hear what they're going through and what they're talking about. Please give me some insight. What's going on with them? I'm hearing things surrounding like a brand. Okay, what else, Spirit, with the King of Pentacles reverse? I'm gonna put these down, y'all. No? Okay. I'm hearing what was it? Expectation, expectancy. That's what it was. Expectancy. So they're expecting something, you guys, from a result of possibly these brands falling. So they're in some sort of expectation energy. It doesn't mean it's over. It means that there's something else coming. And I'm not talking about, oh, they get to go be the CEO for the next brand. No, they know something's up. That's the energy. They know something's going on. I don't know to say behind the scenes, because I feel like they possibly are tapped into whatever the behind the scenes is. You and I are not, unless we receive messages by way of spiritual communication of what's going on. But I don't think we really prioritize that. But these people right here, they know something's coming from this. They're already in the reverse. So it's like something's about to get worse, is how I am feeling this energy out. And that panicky energy, I'm being reminded, is coming from these CEOs. I heard Prince of Peace just now. I don't know if that's a light being or a dark being. I don't know. I don't use that term. I've only heard it in a song, like a religious song, Prince of Peace. But this wasn't given Prince of Peace. Like, it could be either or. It's like a neutral sort of energy, Prince of Peace. Let's see what's behind this King of Pentacles reverse. So we have the Nine of Cups. I heard, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry, be happy. So these people, okay, so these King of Pentacles are psyching themselves up. It's almost as if they have to prepare for what's next. So I'm hearing things about affirmations, even chanting, like these. They know something dark. I heard dark and sinister, so they know something is approaching. But that was the energy, maybe. Oh my goodness. I was just shown the emergency room entrance just now. Okay, I heard inside job, because there's something surrounding big box brands like the Walmart energy, inside job. But that lets me know that, those, I want to call them, I don't want to call them big box brands. I wanted to call them entities just now. That these entities are in cahoots with, could be that Prince of Peace energy that I got. We are talking about the Magician, y'all, at the bottom of the deck. Like, this is always, I say, the bottom of the deck is what we're about to get into. This is the covering of the energy right now. So no wonder I'm talking about Prince of Peace, or what did I say? Not Prince of Peace. Did I say? No, I didn't say Prince of Peace. Did I? Y'all, this magician energy is crazy right now. It's crazy right now. I heard failure to receive and then failure to believe. And then I heard proceed or perceive, to perceive something. But that has to do with your perception. But that's illusion. It's tied to illusion, I should say. Let me keep going, y'all, because they're not about to wrap me up in this. All right. Spirit, keep me grounded. Keep me grounded so I need a clear channeling. I don't need this magician energy to take over this reading. All right. What's behind the 9 of Cups, but behind the don't worry, be happy energy? We have the Lover's reverse. So this is a separation of, so that entity energy just came up, but having to do with like the brand. But then again, are we talking about a brand when we mention entities, but then that connection with those big brands and the entity energy? Y'all, what's going on with Walmart? Like, why is Walmart the subject of this reading at this point? How did that happen? Because I was just being brought to energy of people having conspiracies against Walmart, which I had never heard of had it not been for TikTok. But the few times that I've seen people talking about Walmart, they were talking about tunnels and them child trafficking and stuff like that. I don't get into that because like I said, I don't prioritize a lot of things that, I don't necessarily need to, because it's energy draining. So I have to kind of stay focused on what it is that I, kind of want to deal with at the time. Like, I have office hours, right? I don't want to get consumed by things that I really don't have any control over in that manner, unless if I'm approaching the table and it's time to read the energy. If it comes out, it comes out. But I don't spend my time away from here discovering things that I have nothing to do with. I don't do that. Matter of fact, the only time I pull these cards out right here is for you guys. I don't on the side read for myself and all that kind of stuff. It's for you guys and for, of course, personal readings. But that's the only time. I'm not checking the temperature like that. I don't do that. So when it comes up, it's for whoever's watching, for sure. But right now, the focus seems to be on Walmart for some reason. And Target got a little piece of that too. But it has to do with these CEOs and some sort of news cover story and, people a buzz about it. I know I got the bomb energy, but then people normalizing, or are we getting prepared for what's to come here? It's the energy with the magician at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Like, oh my goodness. So partnerships, because I wanted to see, did I talk about whatever the last card was? So I looked at the Lover's card reverse and I heard partnerships again, but these are foiled. These partnerships are foiled. But that was the partnership energy. Was it like these brands and the entity is where I left off? Like, what's the entity though? Is the entity the brand? Because that's how it was coming across. But then are we talking about like an entity as in like a dark entity? And then the brand being just that, some sort of dark entity? Like, how is this set up, y'all? Illusions. Magician at the bottom of the deck. I'm over here like, do I take the time to dissect this or not? Like I said, I don't prioritize certain things and I don't wish to prioritize this in that manner. But for those of you who are into that sort of thing, like, hopefully this is a heads up for you all, or just for us to come, like, to know what's going on. But let me keep going. So we have the 5 of Pentacles. I naturally wanted to pick this card up first. So let's see. We have the Hermit here. So this, to me, feels like people wanting to go into hiding, but they can't. They want to go in and try to, seek some sort of refuge, but they can't. I heard you have to pay the price, and then I heard you have to pay the piper. I heard both of those simultaneously, which would make sense and kind of draw into the energy that we were under. Like, okay, so who's who and what's what, but that's the illusion energy from the magician. These CEOs who now know, like King of Pentacles, y'all look how jittery I am. These King of Pentacles reverse, who are losing, their positions as CEOs of these big box brands, aka Walmart, Target. They're the ones that, they paid the price. I mean, well, okay. You can't rake in millions of dollars in salaries, right? And think that there's not a cost to that. That's with anything. I look at celebrities like that as well. Like, how dare you say we don't have access to your lives? Not we, because I don't get into like celebrity stalking and admiration and worshiping. That's not me. But those who have raked in millions, like you don't earn a right to privacy. No, you've been purchased, right? So it's like the same energy with the CEOs. And I think about the 9 of Cups in the background, like you paid this price to be in this position. You can't rake in all that money and, maybe you were given to charity, maybe you weren't. That's none of my never mind. But at the same time, you took on a huge undertaking when you signed that contract. Did you know what you were signing? That's the question. Did you know what you were literally signing when you signed your name to whatever this was? And the energy of signing their name, for you and I, it means, okay, so when they got hired by Walmart, they had to sign a piece of paper saying, yes, I agree to this and this amount of money that you're going to give me. Y'all, I'm being reminded, I did mention something about a clause, didn't I? That's coming back up right now that we're talking about signing something and how something's going to be implemented in the future because of this, whatever this is. There's a clause, perhaps there's something that they missed along the way when it came to saying, sure, I'll be the CEO of Walmart. I'm hearing something about then these people come up missing. Like these head honchos of these major brands all of a sudden disappear off the face of the earth. Like what? Or either they unalive themselves or, King of Pentacles reverse. Don't worry. Be happy. Affirmations, because they know something's coming. And we're going to be made aware of this as well with the front page cover story of the newspaper energy that I saw. Everybody's going to be talking about whatever this is. I'm being reminded of the spacecraft energy as well. Like explosion I just heard. So it feels like it's going to be a lot going on at once, you guys. Like just a flood of, oh my God, like a flood of that. Like it's going to be this explosion over here, that explosion over there. And we're just kind of dividing our time with, did you hear what just happened? Oh, it happened again. Oh, did you hear about that? No, I didn't hear about that. But did you hear about that? Like that's where we're headed here. Okay, now let's talk about this 5 of Pentacles reverse. And we have a 6 of Wands here. So I'm being reminded of the word generated. I feel like that came up earlier. What is this, Spirit? 6 of Wands, 5 of Pentacles. This is definitely a victory. I heard core values. So I asked that I stay grounded in the channeling. I'm being reminded of that because when I put my hands here, I felt like a grounding energy. People who stayed grounded in their beliefs of something ain't right. Conspiracy energy, like what's going on? Like I can't believe no one else is seeing this or talking about this. These are the ones who have been enveloped in this illusion energy, but they failed to, be fully like, not submerged, but I guess under some sort of illusion. Like they refuse to fall victim or fall into, the fact that, oh, it's nothing, that's not who we are. We're going to ask questions and investigate. Not only that, we're tapped in. So we're already like being asked to ask questions. Like, you didn't think that was strange, is what our inner guides would say. You didn't think, that color green was a little off. You didn't think that, that person, sounded funny. We already are tapped in that way. However, these people collecting these big, I'm hearing big banks, so collecting the big bucks, the salaries, the people who flood the marketplace to go get, I mentioned celebrities even, like to go, you know, be trendsetters because of the celebrities, and they have to have it this way and that way, and they're supporting these major brands. That's an illusion. It's illusion. I'm hearing capitalism, but that would, you know, that would be clear to me, the capitalism aspect. But these brands are falling. Yeah, they don't quite have the traffic that they used to, especially with the stores closing. I'm hearing something about IT even, technology. I heard unsupported. So they weren't being, these big box brands weren't being supported in a major way, or in a way that was going to keep them alive and keep them in prosperity. I wanted to say prospering. So, you know, moving upward and onward, like something put a cap on things for them, to where now, like, the result is to close stores. Like, but you would have never thought these brands would be closing in this manner, especially not a Walmart or a Target. Yeah. There are like little rinky-dink retailers that have been in business longer and haven't closed a single store. Like, yeah. Anyway, y'all, let me keep going. I was just shown like the train derailments, how those were just kind of boom, 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 boom across the country like clockwork. All right. Okay. All right. So on top of this, these were underneath, I believe, this Hierophant energy, or somewhere in that vicinity. But anyway, we have the Page of Pentacles and we have the Knight of Swords. What is this, Spirit? I heard money grab. That's why I kind of like, yeah, go figure. What is this, Spirit, with this Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords? All right, this is definitely giving a coming to take sort of energy. So I'm looking at the Page of Pentacles as they don't already have a lot to offer here. So why would this energy of rushing in to take from somebody who doesn't necessarily have, you know, a lot to begin with? Why would they, you know, go toward this person in this sort of like predicament? I heard reprimand just now. So to punish or to teach a lesson, reprimand. What is the reprimand energy, Spirit? All right, so I just saw a scene of like a tax collector, like but the old school, like them coming knocking on your door saying, "Where are my pence?" or something like that. Like, yeah, like really, really old school. And you know the family inside is barely getting along, but here comes the actual tax collector knocking on the door, like, okay, your turn, where's it at? You know, and they're like, I don't have any, like, you see, I got 5 kids in here and we're shivering cold, you know, with one piece of fire log in the fireplace. Like, it's giving that. And, you know, no, like, they just had like a loaf of bread for dinner or something. So what is that, Spirit? Why am I being shown this? Oh, so remember with the Hierophant, these are the ones who want to hide, but they can't. So, oh, okay, well, there we go, y'all. That's the energy coming to collect. But these CEOs, King of Pentacles reverse, they don't have it. Like, what do you want? But I said something about a clause, like you didn't read that contract you signed to rake in that 7 to 8 figure salary for being the big boss CEO of Walmart or whatever that is. I'm not talking about Sam either. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the people Sam put in charge, or Sam's son, or whoever owns Walmart at this point. I don't know. I don't care. but these executives, because there was some sort of falsified energy here, or the agreements that were made, or something about casualties that are about to happen because of they didn't pay the piper. All right, so this is definitely for the Walmart conspiracists. But anyway, y'all, I don't know what else to say here, but I'm gonna go ahead and bid you all adieu. So hope this helps.